Okay, now this is called a tweezer. You can get them at any place. You can get them any dollar store or whatever where you are. Very inexpensive, but if you can buy electronic tool kit, you will find these tweezers are very handy for holding wires together, picking things up that you can't reach in small areas. If your hand's big like mine, this comes in very handy. This other tool, it comes in an electronic kit. You can see when you squeeze, there's a handle. When you squeeze it, it opens up. Like I show you a good idea here. You see this wire. We squeeze it and you grab it. So you could see it. The thing is holding it. So it's used, actually this was usually used for electronics circuits, chips, picking up IC chips with this. So it's kind of a nice tool to have. Screwdrivers. You've got a small flat screwdriver. You see that one there. You've got a small star screwdriver. You've got a big flat screwdriver. Also a big star screwdriver. Most chances are you won't be using these, but if you're building your own board requiring putting screws, or if you're fixing computers, you can actually use those things. Most times electronic stuff you're using smaller. These small ones are even smaller than these. You can get those kits also available. This here is a wire stripper. Now, in the first part I showed the four pliers on the screen. The one to the right, this is a wire cutter. It's good for cutting wires completely, but for stripping is not. This is much better for stripping. I'm going to show you here in this example. What you could do is you can put this wire here. Once you put it, oops, that's okay. I'll just find the gauge. Sorry. You see, I stripped the wire. The other plastic is right here. If you can see it, it just dropped to the ground. The insulation. Oh, sorry. The insulation is in my hand. I dropped it. Now this is the exposed wire. This is the exposed wire that we did from stripping. So this tool is the best tool for wire stripping. It's got different gauges here, different size, different thickness of wire. It can actually cut in the middle of the wire completely. You've got these holes that you can also use for different gauge sizes, but it's one of the best wire stripper. So this is another tool. One of the things, since we stripped the wire, is better just to turn the wire so the wire won't open up. So you've got your wire looking solid, as a solid strand, so it wouldn't break or anything like that. Okay, so that's the wire. That's this one. Now these are different pliers. This is it's a needle nose, but it's longer, but it's flat. You see, it's not pointy at the end. It comes in handy for a different operation. This is pliers. This is a needle nose pliers, long nose. This is the same thing. The only difference is it's very small. You see, it's small for electronics. Very small one. Here is also another one, more finer. Very fine, you see? Okay, so those are some of the parts that you're going to need. Some we're going to use, which comes in handy. You're going to need, let's look at we could point to the battery source. Either a 9-volt battery, or you use the AA batteries. These batteries, which is 1.5 volts each. Most of these kits we're going to talk about. This is also a harness that you can buy to make attachment with 2 wires to plug in a 9-volt battery inside. We'll come to the meter after. Let's look. You can buy the batteries that you can use for your kit. We want to also look at wire. Let's talk about wires. All right, wires you can buy. Okay, here we go. These are called alligator clips. You can see when you squeeze them, their nose opens out, and you can clip them onto things. We can clip them onto each other. You see, this is alligator clips. So you can have this, and you have the other end, which you could insert onto a circuit. or are you using for testing? So those are alligator clips. Now if you can't find them, I'll show you a little thing that you can do. You can actually make them. If you get 2 paper clip, right, and then we just tie the wires on, strip the wires with a wire stripper, tie it on, use some electrical tape, tape them over, and you actually have the same thing as an alligator clip. So your other end is just the wire, and then you've got the clip at one end. So this is one place you can improvise for that system. So those are for the wiring that you need. Another good idea you may or may not use, this is called the anti-static wristband. You actually put your hand inside here. Let's open it up. Then you put it up here, and then you put this thing over. It's a little more trickier when you don't have somebody to help you out, but if you actually do it, you can still do it by yourself. You strap it, make sure that the contact's on here or on the back, never on the side. And then this is the clip, you clip it to something that's ground. So because any electronic you're playing with, static electricity, which we cover the course on static electricity, you know static is very dangerous and it can actually blow circuits. So this here, if you're working on a computer, on the memory or the RAM and all those different things, you don't want to blow the circuit, you use one of these anti-static wristbands. Okay, so what else we're left with now? The meter. You can buy a meter. It's got 2 leads on them, one for positive, one for negative, with the black. Red is positive, the black is negative, or common, COM, or means ground. So we're going to talk about this later on in the course. So one of these meters are very handy to have if you want to determine if your battery is dead, if a circuit part, a resistor or a transistor that we're talking about, if one of these things are non-functioning or they're dead. So very handy. One advice is you can buy electronic kit. This is one kit. It's got bells and whistles. It's got the battery socket here. It's got resistors, transistors. It's got the reed switch, the main switch. It's got a touch plate. It's got an LDR, which is like a light sensor. It's got a digital display segment. It's got diode. It's got LED, 3 different LED, and it's got a push-pull switch. It's got a motor. It's got a speaker, and it's got a bell. So this is one that you can buy very inexpensively, and it'll help you go. So when you can practice, you have all the parts, and it's a small electronic kit that you could use. Now, one of the best kits that you can buy, and I highly recommend this one. This kit here. Can we get that one in the picture? This kit is called Snap Circuits Extreme. Now this has over 750 projects that you can do. All electronic projects you can build, from light bulbs, LED, to sound devices, to radio, and this one has an interface to the computer, so you can do projects with your computer. It's a lot of fun. This is hours and hours of fun. It's one kit. It's a little costly, but you know what? You can use this kit from age 8 to 108 years old. It's one of to me is the best tool. When I was small, my dad bought me a kit, and we spent so much time, me and our brothers, using the kit and learning to build all kinds of electronic circuits. My assistant here, Adam, which we're going to go through, has this kit. That's his kit. He's been building a lot of projects on his own. He's 7 years old, now 8, and he's built a radio system. He's built all kinds of electronic stuff and interface to the computer. They're very easy to use, these kind of kits, but it teaches you all the basics of electronics, all the concepts, all the components that you need. We're going to use this kit and the other kit to do a lot of our projects, because it's got the parts already. We're going to talk about the parts. You can go out and buy all these parts at a local electronic store, and you can actually build them yourself on cardboard, styrofoam, or a piece of paper, right? Or you can get one of these kits and do it on these kits. All right, so this is the front. This is going to show you inside now of this kit. This kit has all the different components inside. Everything that you need. It's got meters inside, relay switch, segment 8 segment display, music chip, alarm, space amplifier, FM tuner. It's got all the resistors. This is just a board. It's got a board that you can put all your project on. It's got all the LEDs, photosensitive device, different type push switch, toggle switch, reed switch, transistors, capacitors, resistors. It's all different types of things. Power source, LED. This is a volume control. Put that one back. The motor. It's got a motor inside. It's got everything you really need. Speaker, the whole 9 yard. Everything is one of the best kits. You can get this off eBay. That's where we got it off, and you can have a lot of fun with this electronic kit. Those are all the basic stuff that you're going to need for when we're doing our projects and all those kind of things. So that's about it for now for the parts. We're going to be starting to the next series of electricity. We're going to be talking about electricity, and then we're actually going to be getting into the electronic parts of building small projects. You know, we're going to be talking about the different circuits, and from that then we're going to actually design circuits on these kits and actually do them, and you can follow along if you get the parts at home. This is going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to enjoy this part of the course. Thank you very much.